City of Highland Park warning the governor's office tonight that a $19 million water tab could trigger a financial emergency. Highland Park owes $19 million in unpaid water bills. City recently lost an appeal with the Michigan Supreme Court and says to pay the tab, it would have to increase property tax bills by 3 times their current amount. Mara McDonald live in Highland Park. Mara, alerting the governor opens up the option, I guess, of bankruptcy.
It sure does, Devin. So the City Council tonight voted to invoke Public Act 436. That does a variety of things, but 2 of the things on the table, bankruptcy or an emergency manager. Highland Park's water woes have been more than a decade in the making. The city had its own water treatment plant, but its water quality was so poor it had to be shut down in 2012. It then went on Detroit Water, which later became the Great Lakes Water Authority, or GLWA, which is a regional entity. Non-payment of bills has been a problem for years. Now, after the Michigan Supreme Court ruled, the bill has finally come due.
The City of Highland Park requires an expedited response to this council resolution before GLWA places the levy on the tax rolls.
Tonight at a special meeting, the City Council is invoking Public Act 436, alerting the governor's office it is in financial distress and asking for a review.
You just don't take people money and just say okay and don't give no explanation. That's not right and it's not fair.
Very few people attended tonight's special meeting, and to be clear, what the council is doing is trying to get state intervention before GLWA does put those $19 million in arrears on the tax rolls.
The public does have a right to know at least the meat and potatoes of what's going on. They were given nothing tonight, and you see how they walked out of here. They walked out of here extremely mad, extremely upset because they don't know what's going on.
If the governor finds a financial emergency, it can include appointing an emergency financial manager, declaring bankruptcy, or allowing an appropriation from Lansing to cover some or all of what's owed.
We'd like them to take a look at our circumstances. That's the best that we can hope for.
Back here live to put this all into perspective for you, the City Council says that Highland Park generates about $9 million a year in tax revenue. The U.S. Census Bureau says 40% of the people who live here live in poverty. So it seems likely that the governor would find a financial distress or emergency here. The real question is, what's the state going to do about it? We're live in Highland Park tonight. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
$19 million question, exactly right. All right, Mara.